Welcome back. Yes, we are so excited. Why? Because today we have Zola Nene in the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ding, ding, ding! We are so thrilled to have Zola Nene back in the kitchen after all these years. This is where the Culinary Hotline began, my friend, with this incredible chef. She is not only gracing us with her presence, but she is also sharing 3 exquisite recipes from her acclaimed cookbooks, Simply Delicious, Simply Zola, and Simply 7 Colors, all amazing offers. And of course, if you have any questions, like we often do, please join the discussion. You can use our WhatsApp line, 063 408 8863. But I want to add a little kind of side note there. We are going to be giving away 3 cookbooks courtesy of Zola. If you want the original plugin, she might even sign them for you. I need you to please share with us a voice note, and that's on our WhatsApp line, 063 408 8863, explaining why you would love one of Zola's cookbooks. I'm sure there are many reasons we want to hear yours. It's that simple to use the words, and Zola is going to then choose the winner based on the voice notes she hears. So 063 408 8863, that's your plugin. You can go to expressoshow.com to get the terms and conditions.
Oh, yes.
Now, I've been plugging you as this traditional girl. It's just meat and it's veg. It's simply simple.
Yep.
This is different. Okay, this is one of those meals that my mother would have made and I wouldn't have been allowed to touch it or mess it up or ruin in preparation for like having friends over.
Oh,
it's
no.
quite swanky and we love it, using delicious flavor profiles. Talk us through this recipe. What inspired it?
Listen, no pressure, but you are going to get involved.
100%. I'm there for you.
Yeah, this isn't a place where you're just going to watch me make stuff. We're going to make this quiche together.
You see what I was saying earlier?
Yeah,
You
put you to work straight away.
Comes. Okay,
you're
what
going
do you
to make
need
the
from me?
pastry. So
Okay.
basically, it's a short crust pastry.
All right.
In your bowl, you've got flour. You're going to add to that a pinch of salt.
Okay.
And then you're going to add that butter. And then you're going to get your fingertips in there and
just
rub it
work
in.
it through.
Rub it in. So basically, what the basic thing you want to do or keep in mind when you're making pastry is to keep everything as cold as possible.
Oh,
yeah?
okay.
So,
hence why the butter
absolutely
feels like small rocks in my hands.
Okay, exactly.
I thought it was going to be easy, which is like, just crush it now. And now I look like I literally have no strength in my hands.
Yes,
my body.
and aerate
okay, but now
as well.
I get
So
it.
lift
I get it.
as you rub the butter in there. So the fat's going to obviously give us flavor. It's going to color our pastry as well. It's going to give us that flakiness or that crumble that we want. And then once you've sort of rubbed it in, you're going to add egg a little bit at a time until the dough forms. So this is the tart tin that tart case rather, that you're going to get to. And it's blind baked. So I'm going to get started on the filling for our quiche.
If you don't mind me asking, why do we want everything as cold as possible?
Well, for pastry, you want to keep everything as short as possible.
Okay.
So working the gluten as little as possible, etc., just to get that lovely flaky pastry texture. So having everything cold aids with that.
Okay,
yeah?
I like that. It just slows it down.
It just slows everything down. So into 3 eggs here, large eggs. I've added a cup of cream. And then I'm going to season that with some salt.
Nice.
To taste. And a bit of pepper. How are we doing there? You're good?
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what the kind of net result should be, but it feels like the butter's
It should feel
getting
like
incorporated.
sand. It should be like a sandy kind of mixture.
Cool.
I'm also going to add to my egg custard some fresh thyme.
Ooh,
great flavor to go
lovely.
with courgettes or baby marrows. And those are just grated. So once you've made that, okay, so you're going to stir some egg in there. Then give it a knead, but just a light knead. And then another tip when you're making pastry is to make sure you rest it in the fridge. Also to relax the gluten so that the pastry is lovely and short and flaky.
I like that. So short when you're working with it, long on the rest.
That's it.
There
you go.
I like that. Okay,
See, you've always paid attention in the kitchen. That's why you're good in the kitchen.
No, the key is to steal your intellectual property and then pass it off as my own with the next chef that comes into the Culinary Hotline. Okay, so we've got our first voice note coming through, and this one is from Tracy. Let's have a little listen.
Good morning, Zola and the crew.
Morning.
I would love one of Zola's books being 7 Colors, because you're supposed to eat 7 colors every day. And I love Zola. She is just the epitome of humility and love.
Aw.
I love
Tracy,
How
that
sweet
was
is that?
very kind and very sweet. I appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah, a little flattery
sweet.
goes a long way, hey? That was a pretty good entrance. Of course, she could be winning herself 7 colors.
She could
With
indeed.
that entrance. The love is there. I
Oh,
know the love is
really?
always
Oh,
there, but
wow,
to have
that was
someone
lovely.
identify you as that, how good does that feel?
That really, wow, okay. Oh, am I getting
Hey,
emotional this morning? Ah, okay.
Oh,
Okay,
man,
so
that
let's
is too sweet.
finish
Thank
this
you,
off.
Tracy.
At the bottom of the blind baked pastry case, the goat's cheese went on there. If you're not a goat's cheese fan, use feta. You could even use cheddar or Gouda, whatever cheese you like. And then on top, I put the ribbons, which are just made by using a peeler to slice your
Easy
courgette.
peasy,
Easy. Listen, there's a reason why Simply appears in all 3 of my books.
see.
Because I like to simplify things. Custard goes on top. This goes back into the oven for about 30, 40 minutes, just until the egg custard is set. That's basically it. And then it looks like that.
It looks
Gorgeous beauty.
spectacular.
Yeah.
Mine, granted, will look a little more rustic, I think.
Well, I mean, this is very rustic. If you wanted to get fancy with it, you could line the ribbons like inside.
You could
Simply
finesse it a
delicious.
little
There's
bit,
a beautiful
sure.
picture of how I styled it with the ribbons lined beautifully, lined up and fancified.
This says to me,
Yes.
now that we've discovered a mode, we can have a little bit of fun with this. And now I'm thinking I can make a quiche. If
You
this is
can.
what it takes, I can do it
You
my
can,
very
but
self.
only if you finish making
only
the
if I
pastry.
finish my pastry. So from here, when you say work the egg in slowly,
Yeah, so just a little bit at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just going to whisk it up. Okay.
Yeah, well, there we
yeah.
go.
Whisk it up before you add it, just so you're making sure you're adding even amounts of the yolk and the egg white.
you see.
And then you mix it until it just comes together to a pastry.
and then you roll into it.
And then you'll sort of knead it lightly, like I said, and then rest it. Let me talk to you quickly through blind baking. Blind baking is to make sure that you don't get that dreaded soggy bottom. So basically, yeah, nobody likes a soggy bottom quiche. So basically, you pop it into a preheated oven with some baking beans on there. So put some
to
baking.
weight it down.
Exactly, to make sure that it doesn't bubble and become uneven. Then into the oven. Bake it for about 25 minutes, take it out, take the beans off, and then put it back into the oven again, just to seal that bottom of the pastry.
Just make it extra crusty.
Exactly,
Okay.
before you pop your filling in. And then this goes into the oven, and yeah, quiche done.
I
Simple as
love
that.
that. You can start thinking about some maybe other variants of vegetables and
Oh,
combos.
yeah.
But we've got a voice note coming through right now. Nolotando is going to weigh in and possibly win herself a cookbook. Let's hear.
Let's hear it.
Oh, she's the strong silent type. She just wanted to let the dramatic moment build for just a fraction because it's exciting like that. And Tracy was really good this morning. So might have been
She
a
was.
bit-
I'm sure Noel Tando will also come through with the
a bit
goodness.
intimidating. All right, let's hear from Nolotando.
So, Tim,
What's
my
that?
name is Nolutando Tundra. I'm in East London. I would love to have one of Zola's book because I love cooking, and I also watch Tastemaster every time, and I love her cookings also. And I'm watching even now. I'm late to work. I'm supposed to be at 8 o'clock, but I want to watch what she's gonna cook today. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. How quickly she's talking because she's got to get out of here because she's late for work.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You cannot overuse the word incredible right now because I'm absolutely here for today. So many queens coming through on your Feel Good Breakfast show, and we're going to carry on with another one because after delighting us with 2 incredible savory dishes, a courgette and goat's milk cheese quiche, and then we followed it with a flavorful baked peri-peri chicken, and now we're finishing things on a sweet note with Zola's strawberry upside down cake, and that's from her Simply 7 Colors cookbook. Zola, we've been loving everything about you this morning, your energy, your vibe, your inspiration.
Thank you.
And we've got another winner on the line, obviously, that just won one of your cookbooks. It's
Okay.
Dee. We're going to chat to her. I know we are making a cake, but I want to chat to Debbie, sorry, about just winning that book before. So let's say good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Hi.
Debbie, you just won that incredible cookbook from Zola. How are you feeling, firstly?
Yes!
Yep, you won it. Simply Zola's yours. Yeah.
I don't care what book it was as long as I want a book.
That's the spirit, Debbie.
It's not just a book, Debbie. It's a book full of inspiration, full of some of the most incredible meals. Do you have anything that you're planning to make out of that book for possibly this weekend, maybe?
I'm not sure. I'm so super excited. I've got no idea. I have to go through that book and see what I want to do.
Yep.
And your guys, thank you so much.
Oh, happy cooking, Debbie. Well done, you.
Debbie, you're awesome.
Zola, Zola, sorry, I know I'm supposed to keep it short, but can I just tell you one thing?
Yes.
You are such a beautiful person.
You've already won, Debbie. Stop. But no, that's so kind. Thank you so much. All the love. I feel it. I receive it. And I'm very grateful for it. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. God bless you, man.
Oh, you too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Debbie, for coming through. And you can hear the excitement in
That
her
is
face
so
right now.
cool,
A
man.
reminder to you, Mzansi, that we are still running this competition and we have one more book to give away to
Yep.
lucky viewers. So come through with our voice notes and you could be a winner of, I hope it's the seven
It is
colours,
simply
yes?
7 colours,
I was
yeah.
hoping that because for me, what I've been seeing and what's been really, really like just ticking my box when it comes to
Mm-hmm. Tell
food
me.
stimulation
Tell
is
me.
what you do on a Sunday.
Oh, yep.
I'm angry though. I've got some beef to pick with you because you put that picture up way too late on a Sunday and I need to replicate that on the day.
Well, this is the thing, right? It's actually my Sunday lunch. So I post it at lunchtime when I'm eating it because I've been cooking it in the morning,
And
right?
this is what I wanted to ask you. It seems authentic, and a lot of what you do is exactly that. It seems like you are literally preparing something that has inspired you, and then you share it with your audience.
That's it.
A lot of the time, people are preparing these things like, all right, on Sunday, I'm going to do this and go crazy. But you seem to have this authenticity about you. What leads you to create these meals? What leads you to find the inspiration to say, okay, well, this is what I'm going to do today, or this is the meat option, this is the color
Yep.
pairing that I'm going to use. How do you get that inspiration?
I honestly, I look in my fridge and see what I have.
Okay.
Often, I'm tempted by a craving. So if I'm like, oh, I'm in the mood for chicken or I'm in the mood for lamb, I'll start there. Also, seasonality is something that definitely inspires
Okay,
me. So
okay.
if something is abundant and in season,
Yeah.
I'll often go, oh, I should make something with that. But yeah, you say authentic. I'm glad that I come across that way because I really do try to be as authentic as possible. And this is the type of food that I do eat and I do make, for myself and for my
Yeah.
family. So, sharing that and getting people excited on a Sunday to prepare a meal and enjoy it as a family is so cool.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that have definitely become that and more. Not forgetting that we are making dessert right
Yes,
now. Let's
we
talk
are.
about this cake, because it's not just any old cake. We somehow flipped this upside down.
We do. We've done it topsy-turvy, and it's an upside-down strawberry cake, and it is from my third cookbook, Simply 7 Colors.
Nice.
And basically the concept of that book is that each chapter is a color, so you choose something from each chapter, and then you create like your 7-color Sunday meal. So we are making dessert, and this is a strawberry upside-down tart. So I'm going to get upside-down cake. Excuse me, it's not a tart.
Yum.
We made a tart earlier. Okay, so you're going to carry on with the batter for the
Okay.
cake. So in that bowl, you've got some creamed sugar and butter already done for you.
Nice.
You're going to add the egg one at a time and give
Okay.
that a mix into that.
All right.
Yeah. And then you're going to add the yogurt. You're going to add some lemon zest, and then I will come and help you after I've finished slicing up these strawberries. So you can slice them.
You mentioned something about putting the egg in one at a time. Is there like a reason for that exactly?
There is, just to prevent curdling. So basically, yeah, you're mixing essentially like a liquid with a fat. So you want to kind of gently do it or coerce it to emulsify, essentially. But if it does split, don't worry. Like I say, I'm all about simplifying things. So if it does split, I will give you a tip on how to rectify it.
Nice.
Don't
All right.
you
And
worry.
Speaking
Okay.
of tips, we've
Yes.
got a lot going on right now. This is the Culinary Conundrum. We've got a caller on the line that actually has more than likely a question. Sorry, and I think it's actually a voice note coming through. So let's say good morning and see what the question is.
Good morning, Expresso fam and Zola.
Hi.
Firstly, I'd like to say I'm such a huge fan of Zola and her work. Winning one of the cookbooks would be such a dream right now for me, as I am a foodie myself. I enjoy cooking. I love cooking. And she's such an inspiration to all young and upcoming chefs. So getting one of those books, I'd be so happy with any one of the books. Thank you.
Oh, very sweet. She sounds lovely. Thank you for that lovely message.
And deservedly being showered with absolute praise this
Aw,
morning. I think
so
everybody that
kind.
knows you or knows something about you has those same feelings. And maybe another one from this voice up next. Let's say good morning.
Good morning, Expresso family. I am so happy this morning, and the reason for my happiness is because you've got Zola and Nene on your show. My name is Culinary, and I absolutely love your cooking, Zola. I watch you on TikTok. I watch you everywhere. I just told my husband now that this year Christmas, I would love to make your ginger beer gammon that I saw on TikTok. I just absolutely want to make everything that you cook Thank you so much, Zola, for all the beautiful recipes.
Come on,
My
this better
goal
and
is
better.
to try and
Zola,
make at least one of each of them once in this lifetime of mine. Thank you, Zola, for all the nice food.
Oh, sweet. Thank you, Kimberly. Right? That's her name?
I think that was
so,
Kimberly.
yeah.
I'm going to just confirm because what we're going to do is take these voice notes and actually ask you to somehow figure out between them who's going to be the next
you
winner
see, you guys make it
of their cookbook.
more and more difficult every time because these voice notes are really so lovely. And I appreciate the love so much. It makes me want to come back permanently. What must happen?
We definitely want you back, so we're going to hold you to that, but we're going to have to hold you to this. So whenever you are ready to announce your winner, let us know because we've got a drum roll and everything. We want to make this prestigious. This is the last one that we're giving away. So
I'm going to think about it while we finish the cake, okay?
Right, while we finish the cake.
You have zested some lemon into that. So eggs one at a time, lemon in there. And then you're going to add the yogurt into that, okay? And then here I've mixed up the dry ingredients, which is cake flour, bicarb, and baking powder.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We use salted butter in there. If you didn't use salted butter, you would add a pinch of salt. Here, for the base, like Ral said, we make this upside down. So these are strawberries that are sliced up or cut up. To that, we've added some sugar, a bit of lemon juice, some maple syrup. You can add a bit of vanilla as well.
Gosh,
so
that's
pop
delicious.
that into the bottom.
I got a question. And often when you are working with fruits, especially in tarts and cakes and things like this, sometimes they can end up soggy.
Yeah.
How do you prevent that? Can you prevent that?
In something like this, you want the fruit to kind of cook down and become jammy and softer. So you want that in this. If you weren't wanting the fruit to cook completely, poach it maybe on the side in a saucepan. You could do exactly the same mixture. And then, just until it's just slightly tender, and then serve it with the cake. Yeah?
Absolutely amazing. Now, we've got a bit of time here, so let's quickly talk through how we get the last steps of this recipe together. We won't have time to actually physically put it together, but let's just talk it through.
Sure. I just want to let you know that yours had split. Don't worry.
I was going to ask you about
don't
that.
Feel
I didn't
bad.
want to look
don't
too
feel bad.
though.
Well, it's fine. Which I know you wanted to sort of rush over that, but it's split. All you need to do is add a little bit of the dry ingredients, mix that really rapidly, and then it should come back together.
Okay.
But don't worry about it. So basically, dry ingredients go in. This batter goes on top of the fruit, just as it is, not pre-cooked, if you're making it exactly the way in the recipe. Then into the oven, 180 degrees, bake it until it's sort of a skewer comes out clean. It'll take about 35 minutes, but keep an eye on it. And then, and then here's one I made earlier.
Oh, fast forward into the future. Zola's come prepared, of course, not leaving us hanging with the final product. It looks incredible.
We go. So you see, it comes upside down, and then you can see the strawberry. So you invert it, obviously, after it's baked, and then dusting of icing sugar, and your Sunday dessert is ready to go. There we go.
Voila.
Upside down strawberry
Absolutely
cake.
love it. That wraps up our culinary hotline. I hope you enjoyed it, Mzansi. Thank you for coming through. Zola, I want to say thank you to you. You were absolutely incredible. Sharing all your magic, giving us every reason to, if we haven't won the book, to go out and get it for ourselves. Get a copy. It's available everywhere. And you don't want to disappoint yourselves and your family from all this incredible inspiration. So Zola, thank you. Congratulations to all our winners. We do have one more to announce, and we'll ask Zola to maybe mention that in just a bit.